Cheers and welcome to another new year. I'm having coffee this morning. My most popular video last year was my 2022 recap of the top photos, so that's what I'm going to do again for you today. Where has 2023 gone? It seems like I just started. Now, this is my second full year of retirement, so I'm being more consistent with my videos, but in this coming 2024, I want to up my game a little more. So you're going to be seeing more content. That being said, I've got a new mentor to me. Mr. Steve Ward's going to join me more often in these videos. He brings a neat concept. He's a beginning, I wouldn't say beginning photographer. He's a amateur photographer that's trying to improve his skills, and we feed off of each other. He inspires me by just being we don't want to call it a workout partner, battle buddy in photography. Those mornings where it's hard to get up, I know he's waiting on me to go out and take pictures. He's really done good so far. We've only gone out a few times. We also enjoy fishing together, so you'll be seeing maybe some fishing videos too. Also, I'd like to challenge you to help me. In 2024, I'd like to get my subscription up to over 1,000. Now, most of my pictures are going to be done in the Ozarks area, but my wife and I have a travel channel too. I'll link that below. You might want to check it out. But I will be taking pictures in other states and things like that. I got some trolls last year that got onto me because it's called Mo Ozark Photos. But we like to travel now too. So if you have any photo friends, please point them this way. If you've not subscribed but you watch my content, please subscribe this year. And again, I'd like to get over 1,000. Also, tell me what you want to see. What kind of content you'd like to see. I got away from editing so much, that gets kind of boring. But if there's something you'd like to learn about editing, please drop me a note, or photographically, if there's something you'd like to see. Something you're struggling with, let me know, and I'll see if I can help you. So without further ado, let's go into Lightroom, and I'll show you, in my opinion, my top 12 photos of 2023. Did you ever get to a place and everything's perfect? Well, my first 3 photos were all done on the same morning. It was done on Highway 28 going towards Dixon, Missouri. Now I live in Pulaski County, Missouri, and it was an early morning. I didn't realize what I was going to come or run into. It was a perfect morning, but this first shot was actually later in the morning. Was of this barn here, and it was frosty and cold. I was freezing. The valley was covered with frost, the valley was covered with fog, and I happened to turn around, which is normally the case. Every once in a while you turn around and there's a picture right behind, literally, there's a picture right behind you. And so I saw this scene and I thought, man, what a picture, and the sun was just burning through the fog. This next one here was after the fog had burned off, and I really like all this frost that I got in the trees here. Cross lighting really showed the texture, so I really thought this was one of my better ones of 2023. Now this next one is unusual because I don't do a lot of black and white. Now years ago I used to teach the zone system back in the film days, so this kind of takes me back to that. I like the black and white better than the color. Again, this is the fog in the morning. This tree over to the left third of the composition. I like the way the texture and everything in the trees here. Now, right here, it kind of reminds me of Ansel Adams using a red filter and darkening the sky for dramatic effect. I really like this in black and white. So those were the first 3 photos early in the year, and again, I just happened to be at the right spot at the right time. Now, I believe in making your own luck, so getting up early and being out there with your camera increases your luck. So the next photo was done in Oklahoma. I was traveling with my wife and our grandkids, and this was on, gosh, I can't remember. I want to say Fort Wilson, but I'm not sure. Now there are video links to a lot of these photos, so I'll put those up in the up hand, the corner, whichever corner it is. I'll put those up there. But this was a point, and what really drew my attention was this tree here. My next picture is from Glacier National Park, Montana. We've been up there twice. Both times it was about riding our bicycle to the summit, Road to the Sun. And there's a travel video if you go to our travel, which is linked below. But I took a lot of the grand vistas, which is something you do at Glacier National Park. There's just all these grand vistas. And my wife and I went for a walk that evening, and I came across this composition. I just love it. It's not my typical, it's not a grand vista, it's what they call an intimate photo, and I like the way this turned out. My next one is done with my little point and shoot Nikon Z. It's not a point and shoot, I can shoot raw in it, but my Nikon Z30. And we were climbing this. We finally made it to the summit after 2 years. The first year the pass was closed. This year we had to wait a while, but it finally opened. I like the way the two bike riders on the right hand side give this image scale. We rode our bikes from this valley all the way up here. It was not an easy ride, but it was very enjoyable. And again, there's a video link on our travel channel. I guess I should give you the name. The travel channel is Photo with an F, Photo Pod Adventures. But this was one of those grand vistas. Now here, Mr. Steve Ward, the gentleman I referred to earlier, was his first shoot with me, and he got some fantastic images. This is the Patty Creek Wilderness area in Texas County, Missouri, and he wanted to learn how to do Milky Way shots. Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little burned out, and he kind of inspired me, and we had a great evening. The light in the trees was actually Steve using his headlamp to paint the scene. And then I happened to get a streak of an airplane or a satellite, I'm not sure, or a meteorite, I'm not sure. But we're going to do more of that this summer, and I'll be teaching a workshop in it. Elephant Rocks, one of my favorite state parks. It's a commitment. It's about 2 hours from us. And again, Steve and I went out, got up early in the morning, wanted to be there for sunrise. Sunrise only lasted a few minutes, and then it was overcast. But again, turned around and looked behind us, and we saw these boulders being lit up by the morning sun. Now these boulders do have a kind of a pinkish hue to them, and then the sun added to that. So this was one of my favorites from that. And here's another one. Now this was early fall. Fall is my favorite time of year in the Ozarks, and we were just getting a hint of fall colors, and you can see the sky in this composition was getting dark. The sunrise was non-existent. But, as Steve said, you take what's given to you. Now this, actually, Steve Ward's picture is better than mine here. He's over to the left-hand side of this picture off camera here. In fact, I had to I had to crop out Steve from this composition. I was drinking my coffee on the back porch, and this is my backyard, and the light happened to be breaking through these trees. Now it would have been real easy just to stay there and watch it, but I got up, made an effort. I was in my pajamas, and I put a pair of Crocs on and went down and took this picture. I really like the way leaves look when they're backlit. My final picture was not what I was after. Steve and I went to Bennett Springs to try to capture images of bald eagles. So I had my 200 to 400 millimeter lens on, and we got one eagle shot, and it didn't turn out real good. But I happened to see this leaf, and this was one of those, I don't know about you, but every once in a while I go out and I click my shutter button and I go, oh, this is going to be a portfolio piece. And it turns out just to be a photo. Where this, I pointed the camera and thought, no, I'll just take a picture. And it turned out to be one of my favorites. I like the simplicity of the composition. So let me know which one's your favorite. Let me know which one you don't like. But most of all, this year, come back, see what Steve and I find in our photo adventures. And again, thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe, and see you in the coming year. Straight shooting.